So the very first one is going to be git config dash dash global user.name and then your name. Now this command is important because this is going to be the username that is going to be included in your commits. Now, a little pro tip, something that I've learned over the years, especially this is especially true when respect to GitHub. That is, use a good name. I was working with a client recently, and people put like usually you create like I would have created my GitHub way back in maybe later end of '09, maybe 2010. I've had my account for 15 years, right? Had I been the child person that I was 15 years ago, it would have been a very inappropriate thing. But I was looking at somebody's GitHub recently, and I'm like, who the heck is this? And I asked the CEO, I'm like, why? Like, is this like a real person? And they're like, yeah, I because this particular CEO wants his developers to get public credit for the work that they do. He allows them to use their personal Git account but that username that you have on your public Git account might not be your name, right? It could be a lot of stuff. And I've actually seen it in two different places. I worked at a startup too, where everybody had these very over the top names, and it's hard when you're in Jira and then you're signing work or you're looking at the PRs and you're like, "Who the heck is this?"
Yeah. So the git config command is pretty much local to your device. So,
Even though this is global, but local.
yeah, it says global, but it's pretty much just to where you log in. That's slightly different than the
It is, but I was just saying pick a name because I
Yeah.
was using the GitHub as an example because you can use there's no limits, right? That you can put whatever you want under your name.
There is no limits. If you're in a professional environment, you're going to want to follow whatever standards they use, and that's usually your real name and your corporate email. But if you're doing this as a hobby, there's no rules.
So just be careful because this might come and bite you in the butt.
Don't use something that would embarrass you or others if you ever needed to share code with somebody. That being said, you can change this after the fly. It's not set in stone.